Hi, good afternoon. My name is Savannah Buckley, and today I'm here to talk to you about recommendations I have for Sweet Pea Cafe and Playhouse. As we know, Sweet Pea is a cafe on one side and a playhouse on the other. So I've kind of broken up my recommendations based on each side because they are the same company, but they do have different targets and different demographics that they're targeting due to being two different things, if that you guys understand. The cafe on one side is kind of like a restaurant style. They have food, alcohol, drinks, like barista drinks. And then the other side is a playhouse. So they have like imaginary playhouses for kids to play in. So the vibes are completely different on each side. So what I've done is I've compiled a list of what I think would work for each side, and hopefully at the end of this we can work together on building the company's image and hopefully attract new customers and really just up our game, because we are kind of in an awkward location where we are very community based, but there are other options closer to the downtown area where we are not. So it makes it a little hard for us to get customers and whatnot. So I've compiled this list, and I hope that at the end we can work together. So without further ado, let's get started right into the presentation. Sweet Pea Cafe and Playhouse is a plant-based cafe. It is located in west-east of Edmonton, so it's in Laurier Heights. It is a cafe on one side and a playhouse on the other. They have been around since August 7th of 2018. The first year was a bit rocky. They have not been seeing as much foot traffic, as much people as they were hoping. They are still new, so there's room for improvement. So Sweet Pea's target market is fairly large based on the fact that they are not only a cafe but also a playhouse. So they kind of target towards two separate demographics. Their main demographic is women, family, students, older couples, that kind of thing. And then they range from ages 16 to 80-ish on the cafe side. And then on the playhouse side, their target is to parents with kids aged from 0 until about 12. On the cafe side, their target is people who have a lower to moderate disposable income, while the playhouse side is targeted towards people who have a medium to higher disposable income. Overall, it is targeted to people who live a plant-based lifestyle, as it is a plant-based cafe. And now this is where it breaks up separately, as the cafe is targeted towards students, neighbors, bikers, couples, families. It is a quieter environment. It is not very busy. There's not a lot of traffic. It's very quiet. Therefore, it's a popular spot for like morning biker meetings, or it's located by an old folks home, so a lot of older people will come in and they'll have coffee, and it's nice because it's quiet and students will study. Whereas on the playhouse side, it is a very loud, active space due to the fact that it's for children. So the target is more like active kids, mom groups, and parents. There is a workshop in the back. That's why it's targeted towards mom groups, so that they could come in the mornings, have their meetings, kids can play. It works out to like the best of both worlds. And then overall, their main target are the Laurier Heights community, as that's where they're located, and then Edmonton locals. So they're trying to reach out more and get more locals to try out the cafe, but that's what we're trying to do today. So then I've put together some campaign recommendations. So regarding social media, Sweet Pea has decided to not work with outside marketing companies for their social media. They've decided to handle it in-house. Therefore, I believe that they could benefit a little bit more from maybe seeking not necessarily a company, but maybe just a little bit of help or someone to train their inside person on social media so that they can build a reputation and a following. Currently, their competitor, KB & Co., has a very large social media following. They are very active, very involved, and that makes people want to go to them a little bit more. So if Sweet Pea can get out there and get a little bit more active, a little more involved, then potentially we could see some more people coming in. Regarding public relations, as they've chosen not to work with an outside company, I believe that they could benefit from creating a blog just to create more of a buzz about the company. The blog would be like recipes. Since everything is made in-house, since all the recipes are made in-house, it would be nice to kind of have a space for people to go to find those things. Regarding events, I believe that they should get involved in the markets. Markets in Edmonton are really big. They happen every weekend. They are a very popular spot for people to try out new things. And I think it would be beneficial if they decided to maybe not every weekend, but perhaps occasionally get involved. They are the biggest sponsor for VegFest, which is Edmonton's vegan food festival. This is their first year being part of the festival, and this is their first year being such a big part of the festival. So I believe that if they continue at the rate they're going and they get involved a little bit more, then we could see an increase in profits in the cafe. My final recommendation is sales promotions. They are a big one for getting people through the door. They currently have a punch card kind of promotion, but it's not necessarily working as people don't necessarily enforce it. Therefore, I believe that the company needs something to really keep people coming back, whether it be like a buy one, get one free day, or a BOGO day, or a special day of the week where something is cheaper. They have introduced a Taco Tuesday. It's slowly becoming popular. Their tacos are $4.50. They're really large. A lot of people like them. I believe if they start increasing more of those kind of things, then the foot traffic will increase and perhaps our profits also. Moving on to marketing strategies. I have decided that it would be best if Sweet Pea went with interactive media. So that'd be like social media, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, those kind of sites that keep the customer involved and you can communicate, you can build relationships over social media. And that way people kind of know what they're getting themselves into when they come to the cafe. And it's just nice to feel welcome and feel like your thoughts are being heard. And I believe that if they decided to go that route, then they would be able to increase their customers. Another one was direct mail. Because it was their 1 year anniversary on Wednesday, the 7th, they handed out little cards to enter a draw with their emails on the bottom. So what I believe they should do with those is that they should take them, set up in direct mailing service where you can keep the customers up to date with what is going on, what is happening within the company, any changes, any new foods that are coming in, as they like to change up the menu quite frequently. And I just think it would be a great way to keep the customers involved and up to date. And then my final suggestion is public relations. I believe that they should look into a public relations company just to kind of get a feel for what is out there and how they can increase their foot traffic and how they can get their name out there a little bit more. I know that they have said that they do not want to work with outside companies, so perhaps this isn't the best option for them, but I wouldn't mind if they went out and still kind of got a feel for it. Now, the objectives of this was to figure out ways to increase our customers, to build a reputation, increase the sales in the cafe and the playhouse, and to really target specific areas. So I believe that they should be taking advantage of Instagram and Facebook ads. they should invest roughly $100 towards the cost of ads over the span of 20 to 30 days. That way, they will be popping up on Instagram and Facebook, and people will be able to see them and be able to click on their photo, take them to their page. It'll show them more information, and they'll be more inclined or more curious about the company and will want to actually come in. It's not very expensive, as they only charge you per day. You can easily cancel, and I believe it's the most cost-effective way to get your name out there without going through the big agencies and spending tons of money when you can potentially do it yourself. So that is all I have for today. Thank you for taking the time to see my presentation, and I hope that at the end you kind of really understand a little bit more, and hopefully we can work together in the future. Thanks.